Coming up on this episode of SEVA TV, we learn about the meaning behind origami cranes, experience a reinvented Shakespeare, and behold the simple innovation of stop-motion animation. Stay tuned for all of this on SEVA TV.
From Maryhill Midtown.
Welcome back to Boys on a Mic.
This is ways how to do a layup.
Jump.
Yeah.
To start us off for this episode, SEVA TV has an exclusive interview with Henry from Pasteur Middle School as he talks to us about how he's decided to fold 1,000 paper cranes.
Hi, I'm Henry. I go to Pasteur Middle School and the name of my video is How to Fold an Origami Crane. I folded 1,000 origami cranes starting last year on January 1st and I finished on November 11th, which was National Origami Day. I feel like it's really fun folding origami, so I wanted to teach other people how to do it as well. The advice I would give to my fellow producers would be to put a lot of time into their videos if they want them to be of a good quality.
So inspirational, Henry. Now, let's watch the full video on 1,000 paper cranes.
Hi, I'm Henry Pollock and I'm in 7th grade. In January, I started the adventure of folding 1,000 origami cranes. So far, I've made about 900, so I'm almost there. A Japanese legend says that once you fold 1,000 origami cranes, you can have a wish. I haven't decided what I should wish for yet, but I'm sure that it's going to be exciting. Every day since the beginning of the year, when I come home from school, I fold 3 origami cranes. My favorite color of origami paper to fold is definitely that pinkish peach color. I bought a pack of 1,000 origami pieces of paper, but I haven't used it all up yet. I also like to use some of my special paper like my kaleidoscope and rainbow pattern paper. I also enjoy creating origami cranes because it's a great way to decorate my room. Right now, the wall next to my bed is covered with origami cranes. Folding origami cranes is so much fun, and it's something that keeps me busy and it's time consuming. I'm not sure what I'll do when I finish. Origami cranes are a bit difficult to make, but you really get the hang of it once you've made about 100. If you don't have any origami paper, you could buy some, or you can just cut some regular paper into a square. I love folding origami cranes, and I hope that you'll try it too.
On November 11th of 2022, I folded the 1,000th origami crane. I wanted it to be perfect, so I took extra time making sure all the folds were precise. I used a white piece of paper so it would really stand out. Once I finished folding it, I placed it on the ceiling in the middle of all the origami cranes. I was a little sad I had completed the 1,000 cranes, but after folding so many, I was kinda ready to be done. Even though I finished the 1,000 origami cranes, I still fold a few every now and then. I hope you decide to try something fun like this. It feels very accomplished when you're done. I hope you enjoyed learning how to fold an origami crane. Bye!
Origami is an awesome hobby. Have you learned about cubing? Mason from Del Paso Manor Elementary School introduces us to his unique hobby.
Hobbies. They're very fun, exciting, and sometimes dramatic. Today, I show you why my personal hobby, which is solving Rubik's Cubes, is something that everyone should be able to at least try. I went to a solving competition and talked to others in the community.
I never felt like I was good at anything until I found cubing, and it helped me to develop my social skills.
If you feel like, I can never solve a Rubik's Cube, you really can. That's what I always say.
Go to lots of competitions near you. At least that way you can understand how comps work and can actually improve quite a bit by just going to comps.
Kind of inspire each other to get faster.
It's neat to see all these people.
It's quite motivated as a cuber.
Cubing is such a fun hobby with a lot of potential.
And if you have never actually attended your first competition, go to your first competition.
I would say that absolutely anybody can cube, and a lot of people think that it's really hard, but really it's not. It might be a little bit difficult to learn at first, but you just need a lot of effort and patience, and I believe that anybody can do it and should at least give it a try, and you don't even need to be the fastest. It's just come to a competition and have fun, even if you're not going for speed.
Our student producers exhibit great interview skills like these ones with competitive cubers. Now, we'll join a young magician named Lukas from Florence Markofer Elementary School as he mesmerizes us with his magic.
Welcome to Magic with Lukas. Trick. Now that the cards are open, for my first trick, I need three of the jacks. And 3 jacks resemble robbers, and this is a bank. One of the robbers, goes through the roof. One digs a tunnel in, and one goes through a window. For this next step, I'll need an assistant. Tell me when to stop. Stop. 9 cops arrived. In the end, all the robbers ended up in the same jail cell. Wow! Now, I'm going to show you how to do the trick. First, we need all 4 jacks. Now that we have them, you need to put one of them on the bottom. I'm going to use the jack of clubs. And then you have your 3 that are the robbers. And you have to put the 2 that are the same color on the top and the bottom. And then the one that is the same color as the one that was on the bottom of the deck that we placed before we started the trick needs to go through the window. I put that upside down, I think. Then, wherever it is, the deck gets split. The one that was on the top, the 2 that were on the bottom will all be together. And actually, one of the robbers that went through the window never was there. It's just a trick. Now, time for my next trick. Now, wait. I'm gonna need another assistant for this one. Okay. Now, I need you, assistant, to choose a card. Don't show me, you may show the audience. Now place the card on the top of my deck. And now, poof, I will split the deck. Now you may split the deck again, however you may like. And now, with a few waves of my wand and some magic, I will find your card. Is your card the 2 of spades? Yes. Now, for how to do the trick. First, you must secretly look at the bottom card of the deck. And then you start. You let the person choose their card. Let's say they chose a 7 of clubs. Then they put it on the top of the deck. When you split the deck, then their 7 of clubs will be right above your 2 of spades. And then they can split it and it'll just change a little bit. And then when you're looking for it, all you need to look for is your 2 of spades and their 7 of clubs will be right on top. Magic. For my my next trick, I will need an assistant. Have our 2 foam balls, and this one, you squeeze in your hand really tight, and now mine, I just gotta, okay, it's gone now. And now, reveal, you now have both of the foam balls. Wow! And now for the reveal. You will actually need 3 of the foam balls for this trick. You will squeeze 2 of them tightly together and then give them to the person. They'll hold them in their hand and think it's only 1 still. While you silently pretend you're squeezing it, but actually drop it under the table. And then you do a little magic thing with your wand, and they reveal that it's actually 2 balls. Now for my final trick, I will disappear. Poof.
Great job, Lucas. If a cult classic is your jam, then join us for this entertaining video by Jonathan, Elizabeth, Athena, Kurt, Eric, and Nathan from Pleasant Grove High School.
Hi, welcome to Hamlet, a story of vengeance, morality, and middle-aged wine moms. We open with Horatio frolicking as he sees a ghost in the woods. He's like, "Dude, that ghost looks just like old Hamlet. Hey, are you old Hamlet?" Fiddlesticks! Oh golly gosh, this is old Hamlet. I should probably go tell my pal, young Hamlet. Cut to the castle. The new King Claudius is giving a speech to the people of Denver, Colorado. Hamlet mopes in and Claudius says something like, "Yo, why are you so sad?" "My dad's dead." "I mean, yeah, but if it makes you feel any better, I'm your new stepdad instead of your uncle. It's like you got a brand new dad." "But I hate you." "Yeah, but your mom's hot. So I don't care." After the meeting, Horatio runs up to meet Hamlet, and it's still like, "Gee willikers, Hamlet, I totally saw your dad's ghost and stuff." Cool. And they're off. When the two reach the woods, they saw the ghost again. Hamlet calls out, "Wait up!" He catches up with the ghost, and it's like, "OMG, where did you go? I thought you died." "Yeah, I kinda got killed by your uncle, so can you, avenge me?" Back at the castle, Hamlet's girlfriend, Ophelia, is having a conversation with her dad, and he's like, "I'm not a big fan of that boyfriend of yours." "But Papa!" And Laertes is over in the corner like, "Au revoir, Papa, était ma soeur. Je vais se rendre in the France in the fiat." You see, Hamlet's cooked up this amazing plan. He's too cowardly to confront Claudius in person for his father's death, so instead, he decides to script the entire play that mimics the way Claudius killed his father. Ah, yes, the perfect plan. Once I see the look on his face, I'll know for sure and confront him. It's foolproof. Right before the performance, Hamlet ponders his existence and objected all like, "To be or not to be, blah blah blah." He gets to the death scene that mimics how Claudius murdered his father, and Claudius retreats. "You there, God? It's me, Claudy. Sorry I killed my brother. I thought it was pretty cool back then, but now it's kinda lame. So yeah, sorry." Hamlet raises his sword to strike and is all like, "Nah." Then, when Hamlet's talking to his mommy, he hears a rat. A rat! Oof, I've been slain. Hamlet instinctually pierces his sword through the curtain where he heard the noise. A little high if he was trying to kill a rat, but what do I know about swordsmanship? I'm a lover, not a fighter. It wasn't a rat though, it was just a rat. Polonius, Laertes and Ophelia's dad. Embarrassed, Hamlet disposes of the body. Laertes returns from France and is informed of his father's death. Then, his sister Ophelia goes cuckoo and she dies too. Laertes is now double mad, and he has to be in France, which is awful, so he's triple mad. Laertes and Claudius conspire together and try to kill Hamlet. They come up with 2 options, a poisoned sword and poisoned wine. Laertes plants the poisoned wine for Hamlet to drink, and a note challenging him to a duel. Hamlet appears, but the wine is gone. He picks up the note. "Oh boy, I sure love duels." Hamlet arrives at the duel. Claudius and Gertrude rooting for their favorite combatant. Laertes says, "Bonjour, Hamlet. Que goût avez-vous vin?" What wine? Then, Gertrude's middle-aged wine mom instincts catch up with her, and she dies. So sad. Anyway, Laertes is like, "Oh, plan B is sweet." Laertes rushes Hamlet, but dies instantly, not before cutting Hamlet's ankle. Hamlet kills Claudius and then is like, "Sword is poisoned. Bummer." Hamlet falls over to die, but an angel appears. It's Horatio!
Oh geez, Hamlet, you don't look so hot.
I'm dying, Horatio. But before I go, I have something to Bleh.
I don't remember what he actually said. I didn't finish the book. Horatio then frolics away. So yeah, that's Hamlet. Bye. Thank you.
A modernized Hamlet. Witty, funny, and relevant. Fantastic job to our student producers. Now, let's shift gears into a hobby in the garden as we join Tavian from Heron School, where we learn about a special pepper growing hobby.
I started growing peppers because I love spicy food. I use these peppers to make spices, rubs, sauces, and just to eat by itself, raw. The extra peppers I give away to friends and families. I use a lot of the peppers to harvest seeds so I can grow next year or share the seeds with various people. Peppers has a lot of health benefits and various uses of them, including especially eating. It's used in a lot of pain medications and different varieties of other things. My hottest pepper to date is the Carolina Reaper. It's rated at around 2 million Scoville units. It currently right now holds the record for the hottest pepper in the world, but there are other various peppers out there based on professional pepper growers and hybridizers and eaters that there are definitely hotter peppers out there that hasn't been scientifically tested but tasted, which I believe I do have some of those growing or will be growing for the 2021 season. I found out about the pepper growing community. I was already growing for a few seasons, just your basic store-bought and local nursery peppers. And my cousin one day posted on social media some of the pepper seeds that he bought, and when asked and I researched it, I found the community on Facebook and been hooked ever since, and totally obsessed in growing various types of peppers. They just look awesome, gnarly, hot, sweet. There's so many types of peppers that one can grow and find something that they like, whether it's sweet, mild, medium, hot, super hot. There's a taste and spice level for everybody to enjoy.
Oh wow, I feel like I need a glass of water. Seriously, here at SEVA TV, we love to see when student producers involve a special family member. Great job with the interviews and pepper footage. Now, we'll wrap up this episode with some stop motion madness. But first, let's watch this creation by Nicholas from Winston Churchill Middle School.
this giant leap for mankind.
Great work. Now, we'll have an exclusive interview with a stop-motion producer. Meet Eshana from Center High School.
Hi, my name is Eshana and I go to Center High School. The name of my video is How to Stop Motion. I'll teach you like the steps of how to light area and how to set up your camera and your figures, how to stop motion in a basic way, how they can just use their household items and make a video. I wanted to do stop motion in general for my video, and so I just started planning where I wanted to do, which would be the dresser in my bedroom, and just which figures I would use and which lights I would use, and try to do it in a stop motion way.
Great explanation on how to plan and execute stop motion. Now, let's watch the final product.
How to do stop motion using Legos. Step 1, grab a phone or tablet, but I'm going to use a phone. Step 2, grab a stand for your phone. Step 3, you can use your normal camera app on your phone, but I prefer to use a free app called Stop Motion Studio. When you take a picture and keep taking pictures, it will automatically make it into a movie. Step 4, set your lamps or any lighting. You have to put it on both sides of the place you're filming at. Step 5, take a picture of your Lego figure or just a Lego. As you keep taking pictures, it becomes a movie.
Well, that wraps up our episode for today. But don't worry, we have more episodes of SEVA TV coming your way. For more content, check us out on secctv.org or find us on your favorite platform, X, Facebook, Insta, and YouTube. We have it all. My name is Taya, and thanks for joining me for this week's episode of SEVA TV. Until next time.